guys, and welcome again to my YouTube channel. Julia here from English Prep Class. How you doing? In today's video, we'll be looking at PTE Core for Canadian migration. Prior to this time, I used to get messages from test takers and they would say, oh, can PTE be used for application for Canada PR or for citizenship? And my answer used to be no back then. But here now, Pearson test of English have okayed PTE to be used for Canadian PR or their citizenship application. Personally, I think that is great news, okay, because I believe that PTE is way easy to relate kind of English exam. Sorry, I'm using that word, not to shade any other English exam, but I agree that Pearson test of English, it's a very good English exam. Okay, it's straight to the point. If you understand the strategies and the tips that you need, then it's very easy for you to get the score that you need. PTE Core. If you recall, prior to this time, sometime in December, Pearson test of English, that's the owners of the exam, for PTE Academic, they did add additional 2 questions in the exams, random questions, okay, respond to a situation and one other one. And we didn't really know, like I for one didn't really know that they were preparing for the PTE Core, but here it is, PTE Core. Now for the Pearson test of English that you need for your Canadian PR or for citizenship, it is actually called PTE Core, not PTE Academic. And in this video, I'm going to be showing you the difference between the PTE Core and the PTE Academic. Let's get started already. Now, this is the definition of PTE Core straight from Pearson website. It says this is a faster, fairer, and simpler general English test recognized by the Canadian government for permanent residency. I didn't define it. They defined it on their website, okay? So I'm here to talk about this exam, and I'm here to tell you why I believe you should write this exam. Now, one thing about this test is both the PTE Core and the PTE Academic are both computer-based exams. PTE does not have a paper-based exam, okay? PTE is computer-based and they are also done in 2 hours. So for the PTE Core, the speaking and the writing will be done, which is the first part of the exam, will be done in 50 minutes. Sorry, I've got it written down as usual, so I give you the right information. While the reading, which is the part 2, is done in 30 minutes, and the listening, which is the part 3, is done in 30 minutes. One good thing about this exam as well is that it can be used for your PR and for citizenship application. So it's not just PR, you can also use it for your citizenship application. And it lasts for 2 hours, and there are test centers scattered everywhere again, like the PTE Academic, everywhere in the world, from Nigeria to Canada to Australia to Dubai to Pakistan to Nepal. I believe this exam is in those countries at different centers, okay? Also, this exam doesn't last so long for your result to be out. Like they said, it's a faster, fairer, and simpler general English test, okay? So it's faster. Usually PTE will always your exam will always come out between 1 to 48 hours. That's 2 days, or 1 to 5 days. That's what they would say on their website, okay? And it's actually true. Somebody can sit for the exam in the morning, and later in the day or the next morning, their result is made available. You don't have to wait for 5 days or for 10 days for your result to be out, unless you have discrepancies in your name, unless you change countries. Then there might be 1 or 2 delays, but eventually your result will be out. All right, so let's keep going. Now you're being assessed again, just like in the Pearson test of English Academic. You're being assessed again for speaking, writing, reading, and listening. The 4 modules again. So nothing really different, but the same modules. But in the modules, they're just slightly 1 or 2 things, which I'll also talk about in today's video. Now I've talked about the part 1, which comprises of the speaking and the writing. I've also talked about the part 2, which consists of the reading, and the part 3, which is made up of the listening. For the part 3, your listening skills are tested, and for the part 2, your reading skills are also assessed or tested. So the same thing, okay? Now let's go down to the speaking module. The speaking module is the first module you see in the exam. So after your personal introduction, where they just want you to be free, talk about yourself. They're not recording, they're not marking it, okay? They just want you to loosen up, if you ask me, before you really face the main exam. So for the speaking module in the PTE Academic, we have 5 tasks: the read aloud, the repeat sentence, the describe image, retell lecture, and answer short question. But for the PTE Core, there's a slight change. There's no retell lecture, but there's read aloud, there's repeat sentence, there's describe image. Then the retell lecture in the PTE Academic is replaced by respond to a situation. Yeah, where you see a written test out about 60 words, you read it and then you speak. Remember, it's a speaking module, so you will definitely be speaking. And then aside that, the 5th task there is the answer short question. Then again, there's a slight difference in the PTE writing core. Again, for the PTE writing, there's also another slight change. Usually in the PTE Academic, we would have summarized written test 1 or 2, and then we also have write essay. But for the PTE Core, there's summarized written test and there is write an email. That's tricky, you know, because sometimes people do not know how to write an email, but this is what we do. We teach you how to compose an email and how to write an email. Another thing that is really slightly different in the PTE Core in the summarized written test is that you'll be writing between 25 to 50 words as you're summarizing the task or the paragraph before you in 25 to 50 words. But in the PTE Academic, you're summarizing between 5 to 75 words. So these are the differences that are really conspicuous in both exams, both the PTE Academic and the PTE Core. Alright, still stay with me. For the PTE reading, no changes. All the tasks there are still intact. Reading and writing, fill in the blanks, multiple choice question, choose multiple answers. Reorder paragraph is still there, mumbled up. And then we have the fill in the blanks, we have the multiple choice question, choose single answer. Again, in the listening, something is highly conspicuously missing, and that is highlight correct summary. That task is obviously taken out of the PTE Core listening. Here we have the summarized spoken test, we have the multiple choice question, choose multiple answer, fill in the blank, multiple choice question, choose single answer, select missing word, highlight incorrect word, and write from dictation. Again, a little twist in the summarized spoken test. 20 to 30 words are needed here, but for the PTE Academic, you're supposed to write between 50 to 70 words. Okay, so these are the similar changes, or these are the differences and the similarities between the PTE Academic and the PTE Core. I think I want to go write the PTE Core, so I'm going to have first-hand experience on how it works. I want you to know that this exam has come to stay. Okay, I like the definition. They say it's the fastest, fairer, simpler English test accepted by Canadian government for permanent residency. So all my Canadian people, everyone that wants to go to Canada, or if you're already living in Canada and you want to apply for your citizenship, we are here waiting for you. We're very happy to teach you. We're very happy to take you through this particular exam. Nothing much, nothing so different, but it's very important that you know these few points we have raised. So when you're registering for this exam, you're not going to register for PTE Academic, okay, because it's not necessary. What you're going to register for is the PTE Core, which is tailored, which is basically set up for Canadian permanent residency or Canadian citizenship application. I know this is going to help you. But remember to follow us on all our social media platforms, on TikTok. Remember to follow us on Instagram at English_Prep Class and on Facebook at English Prep Class. Well, for the English and Prep Class website, we do not have the respond to a situation practice test yet or write an email yet. But with time, we're going to put those questions in the practice website. I hope you're practicing on the website www.englishprepclass.com.au. It's free. Come practice on the website and get concrete feedback from us. I'll see you when I see you. Bye.